Hey, bro, you ever stop to wonder and think like just how bad things can truly get with this whole fapping and going to the hub stuff? Well, let me tell you, from personal experience, I think quitting porn was honestly probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life. But after doing a little bit of research, I've come to the conclusion it's going to get a lot harder. Let me paint the picture for you. For most men, they struggle to even go 2 to 3 days without falling victim to the hub. And that's just with the basic stuff like a computer screen, iPhone screen, the basic OnlyFans girls, a little bit of lotion, the basic stuff. But what if I told you that in 5 years, it's going to be 10 times harder to resist? Well, let me tell you, nigga, I was lying. It's gonna be 5 years. That shit is here right now. And with the rise of technology, guys, it is making it so much harder not to fall into the addiction trap. Think about it. ChatGPT just passed the college exam where it earned a college degree. Mid-journey, you can create art that it took artists their entire lives to develop that skill set, and you can create that art in minutes. Pretty powerful stuff. But what you think they could do with porn though?
Go Google that shit. See what I'm talking about.
Right now, there is porn out there where you can put the face of anybody that you want on the body of an OnlyFans. Yeah, the girl, the teacher, the influencer that you've been lusting over, you can put her face on there. You can put her face on the body and you can make her ride you, make her do whatever you want. I don't know if a lot of y'all have tried Oculus Quest. I have, because I'm a tech ass. But if you haven't, bro, try it. Trust me. When you put them goggles on, you feel fully immersed in that world. So it shouldn't shock you when I say that there is now VR porn. Imagine that. You throw the VR goggles on in your living room. Now you're fully immersed in this fake made up world. And in that world, you have a badass porn star who is standing right in front of you with your teacher's face from first grade. And she's doing all kinds of nasty stuff to you. And not to mention, they are coming out with these very realistic sex dolls, and they are starting to create sex robots. Yes, niggas are out here having sex with robots. Waking up in your bed one day, realizing that you're alone. You've lost any meaningful relationships in your life because you're so addicted to porn and you cannot stop humping your sex robots. It's a sad place to be. The point I'm trying to get at here is that this stuff is only going to get infinitely more real. And you, right now, in the present moment, are already addicted to just a little old screen back there. You're addicted to the pixels. Do I need to say this? I feel like I've explained this enough. Do I really need to say this? If you don't get your shit together now, nigga, you are doomed. Done, gone, finito, finished.
Emotional, damn it.
And if you don't get your shit together, you're going to force me to have to make a video about you where I read an article about the cops having to take you away for catching you in public humping your sex robot. I don't want to make that video, and you damn sure don't want to be in that article. So that's why today's video is going to be a little uncomfortable. But on a positive note, I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know about Nofap. I'm going to teach you how to stop relapsing, and I'm even going to give you a tip that I never, ever see these Nofap YouTubers talking about. And it's one of the most effective tips to conquer Nofap. And by the end of this video, you should have the tools to take back control of your life and avoid sexual relations with an AI sex doll.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
So, with that being said, Chef Boyard Glass is in the building, and I need you to get up out my kitchen because I'm about to cook. Now, I know y'all tired of not living up to your potential. I know you're tired of falling victim to your desires. And the truth is, a lot of people feel that way. And that's why a lot of people turn to Nofap, and they're not wrong on that. I remember when I first moved to AZ, bro, I had just gotten out of a 3-year relationship. And so I had moved all the way across the country where I didn't know anybody. I was down bad. And to be honest, I was using the hub to cope, but I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro. Shit got bad. Shit got downright disgusting. The girl I was talking to at the time, I didn't even want to have sex with her. I didn't really even want to touch her because she really wasn't even about all the nasty shit I was seeing in the porn videos. It got to the point for me, it was better than real life for me. It was sloppy, bro. But luckily, I was able to regain my composure and get my shit together. And what I figured out is that it all comes down to dopamine. You guys look like smart young gentlemen, but do you know what dopamine is responsible for?
What do you mean by that?
It's simple, bro. Think of it like a reward system. Anytime you accomplish something or experience pleasure, your brain releases dopamine as a way to encourage you to do that again. But with porn, you're getting an excessive amount of dopamine. And over time, getting that really high rate of dopamine consistently is going to desensitize your brain, making it a lot harder for you to experience pleasure from the normal things in life. But Nofap helps with that. And that's not all it helps with. It also helps you to rewire your brain. It's called neuroplasticity, or as a real would say, brain adaptability. Basically, the old bumpy road is what represents your old ways of thinking. And with Nofap, you're going to be able to pave over that old road and create a new life for yourself, a new direction for yourself. But the point I'm trying to get at, the reason why Nofap is so effective is because it is changing your brain, which in turn changes the way you think, which in turn changes the way you act, which in turn changes your reality. So let's move on. Now, a lot of Nofap YouTubers hype up Nofap. They claim you get superpowers. You get super strength like Goku, and you get smart thinking abilities like Kira from Death Note. And while there is a sliver of truth to that, let me tell you, bro, there's really only two main benefits to Nofap. Two. That's it. Everything else, just a bonus. The first one is changing your self-image. Maxwell Maltz, the author of Psycho-Cybernetics, said that you will act like the sort of person you conceive yourself to be. So if you see yourself as an out-of-shape, video game playing, fapping all the time, meat-beating loser, then how you think you gonna act, bro?
I beg your pardon?
That wasn't a rhetorical question. I'm asking you, nigga. How are you think you gonna act? Whatever, you ain't gotta answer. We're gonna move on. Harnessing your sexual energy is really the other second benefit. And harnessing your sexual energy is no joke, bro. It has the power to change your life completely. So what is sexual energy? Well, it's energy. It just so happens to be one of the strongest ones. Do you know what all artists, dancers, musicians have in common? Artists use their sexual energy to inspire their work. Dancers express their sexual energy through movement. Musicians use their sexual energy to create all the hits we listen to. Do you have any idea how many hits over the last 20 years that we've jammed out to came after a breakup, came from the thoughts of a relationship or love or sex? They were using their sexual energy. You see, true savages understand that harnessing your sexual energy is important, and non-winners, well, they just keep ignoring it. But if you keep ignoring harnessing your sexual energy, your ideas, your actions, your results are all going to be mid. Just kind of like the Boruto anime.
Because every single thing in it is me.
So I hope at this point you understand and you agree with me that using your sexual energy in a different and more productive way is probably the smart thing to do. But you're also probably like, Glass, I really can't even go 2 to 3 days without letting one loose. And trust me, bro, I've been there. I understand what it's like to be absolutely disgusted with yourself after you get done. You know, me, I'm, back there, I usually had watched some nasty shit, just disgusting shit. Ugh. And now I get done, it's like, oh, I get this automatic clarity. I'm like, well, why did I watch that? Why did I think I enjoyed that? I'm never going to do this again. And then what do you know? 2 hours later, I'm back there. And it's the most frustrating and helpless feeling in the world. But my struggle was not in vain, because during my struggles, I figured out that these things can actually help you stop from relapsing. And bros, I know you've been there before. You're scrolling through your phone. A not safe for work picture pops up, and now you're all rocked up and on go mode. It's already over. But my question is, do you have a strong enough reason to stop fapping? Your why, your reason you started Nofap is like your shield. It is the thing that protects you from the temptations, guys. And because of that, what I did when I first started Nofap and actually was successful doing it, I wrote down the reasons why I started Nofap in the first place. And whenever I had the urge to, or the temptations hit, I looked at those things and it reminded me. Now, let me tell you, it's not a magic bullet, but what it did do for me is it gave me great perspective in those moments, and it allowed me to step back and make a better decision for myself. But like I said, it's not foolproof, and I did still relapse sometimes after that. And I understand what relapsing can feel like. It feels like you're in this never-ending loop, this never-ending cycle of defeat. Well, let me tell you guys, you need to start by changing your self-image.
What the hell is even that?
You need to think of your self-image as a movie role, and you need to know that you have the power to rewrite your script. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to act like? Visualize yourself being that person. Write out your goals. Map out a plan to your future. You wouldn't want to build a house without a plan, would you? No. So why are you trying to be successful on Nofap and successful in life with no plan? It's stupid. Stupid. By changing your self-image, you're going to have a renewed sense of purpose in your life, therefore less likely to relapse. Because the last thing you want to happen is for everything to be going so well, you have been going 30 days, you hit your 30-day Nofap streak, and then all of a sudden you relapse. That's the last thing you want to happen, because you know how it feels. You're all ashamed of yourself. You feel like you got to start back at square one. And that right there is the problem. Stop focusing so much on the goddamn streaks. Stop focusing so much on resisting the urge. Stop trying to resist. What you need to do is redirect your energy. Look, you can't stop a river from flowing, bro. That bitch is gonna flow, but you can redirect where it's going. So remember, it's not about the size of the streak, it's how you use it. Wait, that didn't. What I meant was, it's not about how long you go without fapping. What it is about is the progress you make along the way. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. I like that better. We're gonna keep that. So instead of trying to resist the urges and worrying about a relapse, what you need to do is go find a hobby. Go find something to do. Go find something to learn. Go find somewhere to direct your energy that is productive. And if you're having trouble trying to think of something to do, try underwater basket weaving, try interpretive dance, literally try anything except, like touching yourself. And if all else fails, you could always try, like sex, with like a girl. Crazy concept, I know. Look, but on a serious note, nobody on this earth is perfect except my guy, Jesus Christ. That's the only perfect man I know. So stop beating yourself up, bro, and just start focusing on the progress instead of perfection, please. And speaking of that, I have a challenge for you. Yes, you. Here's the challenge. From now on, there are new rules to Nofap game. And the new rule is you are allowed to relapse. Oh my God, this man, he's a Nofap YouTuber, self-improvement YouTuber, and he just told me to relapse. What is he doing? Yes, you're allowed to relapse. You guys leave me a comment below if you've heard of something called Kaizen. All these self-improvement YouTubers out here, and they never talk about it. Kaizen is just a Japanese term that refers to continuous improvement. A lot of y'all young, so y'all don't know this, but Toyota, back in the day, Toyota blew up. It took over the scene. And they did that through Kaizen. Using Kaizen for self-improvement, for Nofap, is like assembling a jigsaw puzzle. Bro, sometimes you're going to take a puzzle piece out of the box and put it down, and it's gonna be in the wrong place. But that doesn't mean the game is over. You can pick that piece back up and put it down later. And guess what? With every piece, you're getting closer to uncovering whatever the picture is of that puzzle. Do you get what I'm saying here? So what you have to do is simple. Reduce the frequency in which you masturbate. Direct your energy towards things that are more productive. Really, really pretty simple. And at this point, I'm tired of talking. So y'all ain't gotta leave, but you gotta get the fuck out of here.